Great fight there in the middleweight division, and we go back down to the flyweight division here. Brandon Birr and Adrian Frazier. We're going to get that started momentarily, but just a great couple of fights here to start things off here at Big Guns 21. And as we mentioned, can't say enough about the matchmaking. Scott Corbin and also Matt Trukovich always doing a great job putting on a great event.
I echo your statements. These guys have done a tremendous job of matchmaking, especially. It's one thing if you've got, I don't know, Stipe Miocic versus Verdum. That's an easy match to make. But when you're at these young amateur fights and you're really pitting guys against each other that are really testing each other's skills and making a very entertaining fight, you've done your homework.
Exactly. We're going to be set to go here for the next fight. Send it back up to Jake Digman.
The following contest is in the RFO flyweight division, and it is brought to you by Red's Apple Ale. Introducing first, making his way down the aisle into the blue corner, please welcome A.J. Frazier.
A.J. Frazier coming over from Indiana, debut guy, and one of the things that's interesting, you look at this guy and you look at the tail of the tape, which we'll see in a second, but he says he's 5'10" and 117 pounds. I'm not even sure how that's possible.
That's absolutely ridiculous. To be at this weight class with that height advantage, he may be skinny, he may be lanky, whatever verb you want to use, but he's got to use that height advantage, because if you're 117 pounds, you're that young at 21 years old, you got to make sure that you're using that height advantage to your benefit.
Exactly. I think you wrote the book on being a tall guy and a skinny guy weight class early on in your career, and as you mentioned, what are the advantages of being a really tall guy and fighting guys that are probably, in the shorter weight classes?
Well, ironically, the first guy I fought at the bantamweight level was Sean Barnett, who is taller than me. He was 6 foot, 135 pounds. I'm 5'11", 135 pounds, and I think, hey, I'm going to bantamweight. I'm going to be the tallest guy in the division, and the first guy I get is taller than me. But one of the things that he's got to do, AJ Pulling, veteran of mixed martial arts in the Midwest, you make the smaller guy come to you. Do not close the distance for your opponent. Use that jab, keep him at bay. And if that opponent comes into you, great. That's what's going to happen. But he's got to use his height advantage.
A.J. Frazier in the cage. Jake Digman going to bring out his opponent.
And his opponent making his way down the aisle into the red corner. Please welcome Brandon Birr.
Brandon Birr making his way to the cage here, 5'6", 125 pounds. So typically more of what you would expect from, a flyweight. As he comes in, we see the strong style backing here, and the first of many strong style fighters that we're going to see on the card. But, interesting that we've seen so many young up-and-coming guys out of that fight camp. Now a lot of these guys pros. We take a look here at the tail of the tape as you see that 5'10" for A.J. Frazier, just 5'6", and also 3 years the elder is Brandon Birr. But one of the things I wanted to mention is the up-and-coming fighters out of strong style.
Yeah,
they have guys that are and a gal that are in the UFC, but they still are able to use that. And you see Jessica Ai here now making her way into the cage side, but they have a lot of these young fighters that are now making their way up the ranks.
And I'm getting kissed by Jessica Evil Eye, who is set to take on Misha Tate.
December 11th in Portland.
December 11th in Portland, Oregon. She is set for a grappling challenge.
Yes, submission only too, so it's like sudden death though. Like I have to hurry up and get out there and rip her arm off real quick.
This is horrible broadcasting, but nonetheless, we're happy to have Jessica Evil Eye completely blow up our broadcast. We are so happy to have her here. One of the things, though, as you mentioned with strong style, and as he makes his way to the cage, the beauty of strong style, it's kind of like they say the commercials on local radio, Ohio State doesn't rebuild, they reload. And strong style doesn't rebuild, they reload.
You see John Hawk, our main event fighter, later on in the corner there. And Brandon Birr making his way to the red corner, as you mentioned, with first of many strong style fighters on the card, Jake Digman, for the official introductions.
The following contest is in the RFO Flyweight Division and is brought to you by great tasting Red's Apple Ale. Introducing first in the blue corner, he fights out of South Bend, Indiana. He weighed in at 118 1/2 pounds, representing Midwest Warriors, making his MMA debut. Please welcome Untamed AJ Frazier. His opponent in the red corner, he fights out of Mayfield, Ohio. He weighed in at 123 1/2 pounds, representing Strong Style Fight Team, making his MMA debut. Please welcome Brandon Birr. This bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. When the action begins, your referee is Mr. Jerry Poe.
Flyweight action here. We've got AJ Frazier in the black and white, trimmed in red. Brandon Birr in the black. Jerry Poe, the referee here. And one of the things I wanted to mention, both of these guys coming in easily under the 125-pound weight class, and no glove touch there from Brandon Birr. Two guys who could potentially even make the male strawweight division, which is a big rarity, as we see Birr immediately getting the fight to the ground, already in full mount. You see had those grapevines in briefly.
And that's just, that is, there's no doubt in my mind that is a testament to Brandon Birr's training at Strong Style. Not only did he take him down, but immediately you not only get the takedown, but you've advanced your position to mount. That is excellent, excellent training. And now he's starting to rain blows down. This could be a quick finish.
In full mount, postured up, picking his shots here. Landing some big shots, and we hear a big thud there as they're right in front of our broadcast position. Brandon Birr with Jessica I looking on.
And just like last fight, we're looking for an Americana early on. Referee Jerry Poe's looking on closely.
In full mount here. There's a couple shots there. May just try to finish this fight here now with ground and pound.
Yeah, and he's got great position right now, high up on the mount. And that's it.
Dominant performance there from Brandon Birr, the Strong Style product, who is now going to move up to 1-0.
Yeah, and early at beginning of the fight, he was pacing back and forth. He looked like a Wolverine on angel dust. He was just like a caged animal, and he came out and took care of business. So Brandon Birr gets his first victory. Hey, it's only his first victory, but David, you and I have been around this game a long time. Don't forget his name.
Exactly, and Brandon Birr, the former Mayfield High School wrestler, as you can see the wrestling pedigree on display there in that fight, gets the big TKO, and we're going to send it back up to Jake Digman to get the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jerry Poe calls a stop to the action at 1 minute 34 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by TKO, Brandon Birr.
Good fight, man. Good fight. Take your mouthpiece off. Here with your winner, Brandon Birr, with Strong Style Fight Team. Strong wrestling, strong ground and pound. It was beautiful execution, man.
Thanks, Matt. Strong Style, really gets you prepared for that first fight. For every fight after that, to be great.
Right on. Was that your plan, to take it to the ground and control him like that and see what he had on the ground?
My plan was just to win, to be honest. Whatever that took, either hit him in the face with my right or take him down. Either way, it was gonna come out the same.
What's next for you? You got anything lined up?
Whatever Marcus tells me to do. I'll be in there next week, Monday. So see what he says.
This is a lesson for all you guys out there, you young fighters. When you get with a team and you prepare properly, it shows in here. When you're ready, you look ready. Let's hear it for your winner, Brandon Birr. Good fight.